Miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old you realize I'm not gonna fold or demise. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real shit show that left the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami, and many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets.
What is going on, everybody? This is the Miscellaneous Minds Podcast. I'm your co-host, Boom on Gato, the cat that gives you your rant back. Head to my left over here is the main man, Jesus De Niro, the man that makes the fat stacks. To get away from the dynamic duo that won't die. Deadly ideas, better than spicier content than your girl's OnlyFans.
What is going on, everybody? Before we get to tonight's topic, please make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and with that, let's get right into it. So, as you guys saw a second ago, there was quite a few things that Oscar De La Hoya said in that little rant that he posted on his Instagram. Let's kind of go through them and let's evaluate some of the validity behind them. Listen, one of the things that he said was about the exhibition fight that Mayweather had in Mexico. One thing that I think is an extremely bad look for Mayweather is, over the years, many people have said that Mayweather has paid off judges, has paid off the referees, has paid off so on and so forth. The mere fact that mid-fight you can fire a referee kind of adds to that speculation for people. And I'll be honest with you, it's not a good look. Now, Mayweather was being called out because the referee saw him as hitting in the back of the head, rabbit punch. And that pissed Mayweather off. So he wanted to get the referee out of there and get in a new ref. Timothy Bradley, Pro Box TV, said, we should all be able to do this, blah, 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 which is a load of horseshit. Because my thing is, listen, any boxer can be like, the referee's biased, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden everyone's telling the referee, get out. It's not a good look for boxing. It's not a good look for Mayweather in particular. I think being able to fire the ref mid-match if you think he's making bad calls or whatever is a really dumb take by Timothy Bradley and anybody else, including Mayweather, to do it. So I think that portion of it is already not a good look overall for anybody involved. What do you think about that, my man, before we move on to the next?
Like, look, I understand it does put it under speculation of whether he was able to do that in past. Like, my thing is, like, look, this is an exhibition. It's not even like a big serious fight. Was the fight warranted to happen? No, I don't think the fight was necessary in any means whatsoever. But I mean, dog, it was an exhibition. Like, nobody was gonna give a shit about this fight. Like, even after it happened, it was just like okay, we're doing this for funsies. But if we're doing this for funsies and you're taking out the refs, like, you're kind of taking the fun part out of it. If this was like, it's not going to matter, but now you're making it matter just by taking the ref out. It's already a bad look, even if you're doing this for charity or an exhibition. Like, it was a fight that didn't need to happen, but now you're bringing controversy into it for, like, no reason.
Yeah, man, I think it's weird that for some reason people are standing up for Mayweather and just think, he was a bad ref, blah, blah. Okay, my man, that's the thing, but there's plenty of bad refs in the game. You're going to get some decisions that you're not going to necessarily agree with. So I think it was, a bad look for Mayweather, a bad look for boxing, and it's just one of those overall things that I just don't think should have really been happening in that. Now let's move on to the second thing that that Oscar De La Hoya was talking about. I guess Mayweather may be going through some financial difficulties, at least according to Oscar De La Hoya. And listen, I'll be honest with you, I actually said this a few years back, that if Mayweather kept on spending money the way that he was, that I thought somewhere down the road, maybe not anytime soon, this was probably maybe, this was definitely before his retirement, so a while ago, that I had made this comment that I felt like at a certain point Mayweather was going to have financial difficulties. This may just be Oscar talking. I don't know his financial situation. I'm sure to a certain degree Oscar doesn't really know. But again, the fact that Mayweather does spend like the money's going out of style, and if this thing is true that one of his jewelers is filing a lawsuit, who knows? We'll have to see the details of that. But it's definitely interesting to hear somebody talk about it. Listen, Mayweather's been doing a lot of these exhibitions, and I do think it's kind of sus for a man that doesn't really need to. According to Mayweather, he's going to be making 7 figures monthly for the rest of his life. And don't get me wrong, he has quite a few investments, but just because you have investments doesn't mean they're good investments. Sometimes you believe, and sometimes for a while they are good investments. But then after a while, unfortunately, they turn into bad ones. So, I hate to see someone that's come up and made such a huge amount of money for himself start to go down a bad financial road. But listen, it happens to a lot of people, and quite a few people, including 50 Cent, have said that Mayweather has like a really bad gambling habit. So maybe it's just finally catching up with them. What do you think about that, my man?
Look, man, it's one of those things like you can only ride the high of your reputation for so long, especially if you're doing exhibitions against. If you're doing exhibition against people that don't really have any caliber or reputation in boxing, like it's gonna lose its allure pretty fast. And honestly, with this controversy that he's had with the ref, like his stock is going down, even if he isn't losing. Like the allure of a Mayweather fight, I was like, he's already doing too much by overexposure. Like I'm going to fight. Who? I don't know, but we're gonna have another fight. I was like, but why would anybody care about that? Like, if you want to advertise your protected cool, but that kind of loses luster if you're fighting nothing but tomato cans. Like, it's like, cool, I'm going to defend my against a YouTuber. Who cares at the end of the day? Like, the worth of that ticket price keeps going down the more and more you keep doing these exhibitions, and the more you advertise the fact that you've never lost a fight. Yeah. If it was against like a Castillo or a De La Hoya or a Pacquiao, cool, that means something. If you're defending it against random bums, then yeah, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know. If the alleged gambling is actually catching up to him and that's the reason why he's doing these fights, then it's gonna be at one point is he gonna start to go in the red because these exhibition fights that he's doing. At what point is he going to go in the red because people aren't really taking the bait anymore? Like, yeah, you're doing this, but now with this controversy of swapping out the ref, now people are calling into question the protection of your just because you wanted to get a little bit more greedy with these exhibition fights.
Listen, man, the O is not up for grabs anymore. They're just exhibitions, so it's not like an officially full sanctioned match that would cost them a loss. So it wouldn't even matter anyway. But with that being said, listen, it's one of those concepts where people don't really care. In fact, I actually went on a couple of pages on Instagram that generally talk about sports, boxing, so on and so forth. And there was a lot, and I mean a lot of people talking about, I didn't even know this man was fighting. I didn't even know this man had a fight coming up. Because nobody really reports on it anymore. Nobody really cares. Like you said, it's one of those things where if you were fighting someone legitimate, maybe people would care. But you're fighting nobodies. You're fighting people that aren't boxers. So, yeah, man, I do think, at least as far as his reputation, just like De La Hoya said, he is starting to lose a lot of that reputation. It's turning into a circus. It's turning into a clown show. But look, it is what it is. Mayweather is who he is. He's going to more than likely keep doing this, get some paydays, but after a while, I do think the money's slowly going to wane, at least on that side. So I don't know about his other personal finances, but as far as that. So yeah, it's definitely something to keep a lookout for and keep a close eye on, because if what De La Hoya is saying is true, maybe man's going through some financial difficulties. And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you on the next one.